Ladies and gentlemen, we just got cleared by Leader Genius, you know what I mean? Digital Impact Studios, Music, Life, and Love podcast. M.Soto here. We back once again. We got Gillionaire in the building.
Yes, sir. What it is? What's going on, Pimp?
Oh, everything is great. Everything is great. Trust me. Everything is great over here. We got Jaszy Mango in the building.
Hey, y'all. What's goody?
You know what I mean?
Good seeing you again, Jaszy.
Thank you.
Yo, this is dope because I know you was doing a lot of things. You've been flying back and forth from across the nation, back to this side, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We finally got you back here, and I really appreciate you being here right now at this moment.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for having me, definitely.
Yeah, especially you didn't came out and you recovering and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
So it really speaks to the volume.
It's a special person we got here, so I had to do it for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And we got my man right here, Jarrod Lockett right here. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm glad y'all brought me up here, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Guys are trying to make me react in a way that I'm really not reacting, but maybe my face told on me because I'm really falling for this woman.
Whoa. Jaszy, I gotta ask Jaszy.
Okay.
How did this happen? I just want to know, how did this happen? How did you make this play really work?
So me, if you guys follow me, I'm very much so into reality shows, but I'm also into people that are helping their community. Mm-hmm. So, I seen Justin on MTV's Love Experiment, and I was just, first of all, he fine, ladies. He fine. So we can't deny that. I'm giving y'all eye candy today. You know what I'm saying? All three of these gentlemen. But also, when I started to do my research on him and see what he was doing outside of being on television, that's what really captured my heart. And it's really dear to me. We do Thump Yard out here, Thump the Yard, where we bring awareness to the youth through boxing instead of gun violence. And when I seen that Justin had his foundation, JML, I was just like, wow, I really commend you, young brother, because is so many of our people dying because of gun violence.
Absolutely. And thank you for taking the time out to actually see more than just, an image or just a show or just a comment or a reel, and actually seeing the heart behind the man. That means a lot because that's what I do. Everything I do is in memory of my brother and to help better our community. So shout out to you for noticing those things.
Absolutely.
And bringing it to the forefront.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Can we get a little history of how the foundation started and exactly what it's about and so on and so forth?
Sure. So in 2012, right before my brother was supposed to graduate from college, he was shot in the head and killed. And I walked in this place on his graduation, and I knew that I didn't want him to be a hashtag or another name that we forgot. So I said, man, I'm going to create a foundation. So we created a foundation in memory of him. We started visiting schools, talking to kids about gun violence, and just being present. As the years went by, I sat around with friends kind of like this, and they was like, man, you think we can do more? I was like, yeah, we can. So then we created a mentoring program. So that way we can get young boys and look them straight in the face and affirm them. You're handsome, you're smart, you're capable. You can achieve anything in this world that you want to, right? And I want to show you somebody that looks just like you, right? And you can learn from my mistakes, the things that I've done right, the things that I might not have done so well, and take those lessons from me, and hopefully you go much further than I have. And I feel like when I teach these young boys to have value for themselves, they see that in each other, right? And so when there's a difference, you don't want to resort to pulling out a gun to settle that difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to talk about as far as like violence. You growing up, have you experienced any like crazy violence, or were you always a fighter, or have you gone into any, have you experienced any experience with guns as well?
There's been violence in our neighborhood, not directly at us or whatever, but I mean, drive-bys at the house next door, behind us. But no, I mean, of course, about things that's happening in your neighborhood. You hear about things. I've had 2 friends die by guns, and then my brother. And you just really want to not make sure that we're not glorifying that, right? It seems as if trying to go the straight and narrow and become something is something that we don't really celebrate like we should. Go to school, do what you need to do, take care of your family, and ascend. It seems that that's lame,
Mm.
right? But yeah, we've seen it. I think my mom did a damn good job of trying to keep us away from a lot of stuff. She was hard as hell on us, right?
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, you know, my mom would grab you by your shirt and throw you up against the wall, right? She ain't played no games. But it didn't hit as close to home until actually it was my brother, right? And that's when my eyes opened. But when they really opened was when we was in that courtroom and they hit the gavel and took those kids that shot him off to prison. And I realized I don't feel no better, right? Like, I don't feel no better. And just as much as we losing, that family's losing too.
Absolutely.
Right. And a lot of times our conversations on how can we keep kids from being victims of the violence, but we don't have enough conversation about how do we keep kids from wanting to perpetrate the violent acts. Right.
So
That's deep.
yeah, so now with with the foundation being structured and whatnot, I do want to know exactly what is it that you have in place, just pretty much like the whole program. Like what's the whole program consist of?
So the League of Legacy Mentoring Program is young men between the ages of 12 and 18. The primary focus is education first, but then outside of that, we uplift them. Every February, we take a trip, a Black History trip. This year, we came to Washington, D.C. They toured the White House, the Supreme Court, the Capitol building. They got to meet, different leaders in their community. But what we want to make sure is that we expose them to people that look like them that are doing exceptional things. So we teach them trades. We introduce them to men who might do whatever trade it is, whether it's carpentry, whatever. Then we introduce them to military leaders, people who are doing things in the corporate world. So that way, when it's time for them to go off and they get 18 and make a decision, do I want to go to college? Do I want to learn a trade?
Yeah.
Do I want to join the military? They've been exposed to those things. But that's the primary thing that we do is make sure that these young men see people that look like them doing exceptional things, because too often, you go to a high school and ask all the kids to stand up what you want to be.
Right.
NFL, NBA rappers,
Right.
right? And you want them to see that there's many more things that you can do, because the likelihood of you becoming that,
Slim.
right?
Right. And I think that's dope. Number one, for you to even want to take the time and the concerted effort that it takes to even create a foundation that is led to empower the youth with the tools and the resources to just look at life from a different lens. And I think that that's really dope. And, it's a part of philanthropy. You definitely want to give back. And what a way to give back, you know what I'm saying? Not just because of what took place with your brother, but just in general, because we all get hit with a certain task in our lives, whether we believe it or not, based over a situation that may have been favorable or unfavorable. And in this case, it was unfavorable. You lost your brother, and but you channeled it in a different way instead of being angry and taking to get a gun and go do something. It was like, you know what? I'm going to transmute that energy and I'm going to make it positive. So
Exactly.
Salute to you on that.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say something to all three of you black men. Like, is this something that you guys had growing up? Like, did you have a mentorship program like this? Because I know I have a 14-year-old son. He's in 9th grade, and he's in New York. So I'm scared every day. You know what I mean? And so I just want to know, growing up, for you three, was this something that you were able to witness?
So for me, in our house, our dad, I was in a single parent household. My mom was the primary caretaker. And so what she did was she tried Big Brothers, Big Sisters. She tried basketball, taekwondo, boy, whatever she could find where there were men. That's what she wanted to do. I want to find something where there is a man that can teach you this that I can't teach you.
Right.
So there wasn't programs in the community that were like mentoring programs.
Right.
But she would find baseball, basketball, whatever she could look for. And a lot of times those coaches were the people who were taking care of us.
What about you, G?
Yeah, for me, it was my mom, period, because if you know how Haitian parents are, you know what I'm saying? They don't play, you get what I'm saying? So basically, whoever, you know what I mean, who kept me really aligned with everything was my mom, because my father, I grew up without a father. You get what I'm saying? And I had my brother. My brother went to the military when he was like 23, which at that time I believe I was 11 or 12. So I didn't really have anybody, really, to be honest. It was just really my mom. My mom kept me in the straight path, and that's why I am who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have no programs. I didn't go to any extra curriculum stuff or whatever. I didn't have none of that. I basically just had my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And you, Soto?
Yeah, if you think about it, if you look at the time spent away from the house, you look at it, school's about 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. And then after school, you have extracurricular activities if you are engaged in them. So then it's like, how much time do you really spend at home? So then the little bit of time that you do spend at home is kind of like your parents work too. So at what time are they getting home? And then they have to get everything ready, like food, clothes, and shower up, and they have to get ready for the next day. So even if you did have that male figure, or if you did have that female figure, mom or grandmom or auntie or whatever the case may be, it's kind of like you spend the majority of your time in the external world. So it's like, it goes back to what you said. So a program like that would have more benefits to, the youth than almost if somebody is stuck at home, and it's not really at home, but they're at work and they're coming home. And the reason why I mention that is because I was thinking to myself about a program myself, like to get children or the youth that's outside, that's in the streets doing whatever they're doing, into programs that'll be a little bit more resourceful and beneficial to them during the hours that they get out of school, that gets them off the street.
Yeah.
But then they could be learning some tools, and they could have resources. Because it's like, all right, cool. When mom get home, she might get home at 6. Dad might get home at 7.
Right.
All right, cool. You just leaving this program. You were learning in those hours and whatnot. So I think that it's pretty dope that you already have something in place like that. Because the more you do that, the better the next generation will be.
Absolutely.
So once again, salute to everybody in this room, because I feel as though the generation before us, our parents, they weren't privy to the information or resources that we're privy to. Like right now, if ignorance is almost like it's optional now. Like there's so much information, and it's easily and readily at your fingertips. Like, you can really just at your fingertips just take off. So it's like we don't have an excuse. Like, we saw everything before it happened, and we saw everything as it's happening after. We saw when we didn't have technology, and now we saw when we have technology. Whereas though our children, they was like kind of like born into it. Our nephews, our nieces, and stuff like that, they was born into it, so they don't know what it's like to not have it. Absolutely. We have the luxury of knowing how it was
worlds.
And now how it is to have it.
Absolutely.
So we don't have an excuse. So we kind of have to, like, if we don't take it by the horns, we got to push. And that's why I think it's really dope what you're doing, because the foresight is like, yo, you already see where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Off of what happened to your brother, it's kind of like, you know what? I could really take this and just make it a negative thing, but you're not doing that. You're like, look, let me transmute that into some positivity. So
Absolutely.
I want to ask you a question. I know you dealt with a lot of people throughout this foundation. Do you have a story of anybody that you could be like, you know what, I'm really glad I reached out to this kid? Because I know you probably dealt with so many.
Yes. So I have a lot of them. So I can give you a couple where it kind of started. So I have one now. He's 26. I met him when he was 14. And he's been with me ever since. And he is the only person that's a part of my organization now that ever met my brother.
Wow.
Right? And so I was just visiting school, just hanging out with the kids, like working with them in the junior ROTC program.
Right.
And he stuck to me like a little brother. And everything that I did, he copied it.
Okay.
He even joined the military. And now to this day, he wants to mentor. He comes around and teaches. So his name is Deontay. And then outside of that, once I created the program after my brother's passing, I have a young man now. His name is Kanari.
Okay.
Kanari's 16.
Okay.
and he's been around me since he was 7. And the beauty of it is watching them come into their own, right? And the decision making and seeing them say, man, I was at school and somebody said something to me and I was about to fight, but then I remember what you said and I didn't, and I did this instead. And now to see him yesterday, last night we had our mentoring meeting and I said, hey guys, get ready for the meeting. And he said, hey, Mr. Justin, it's on my heart to talk about mental health. Can I take over the meeting? And he ran yesterday's meeting.
Nice.
And to see him come from a 7-year-old kid to now a 16-year-old young man who's now trying to run the program, run the meetings. He's becoming like one of the big brothers to the younger guys. I think it's a beautiful thing to see all these things come full circle and to actually see young men that you've poured into now take the lessons that you've given them and they're giving it to the next.
Yes.
I think that's a beautiful thing.
And sorry to cut you off, but to see the longevity that you speak of, like to have somebody from these young ages to watch them grow as youth into adulthood is amazing. Because a lot of times, I know for me, I was in a single family household too, just with my mom, and a lot of times like you outgrow some of these programs because you get around certain people and you're like, that's not cool no more.
Yeah.
And that's always been a fear of mine for my son, that it's like, don't worry about what's cool or not, because these programs actually are to help you succeed and to help you think outside of the box, to help you understand that being smart, being athletic, being into robotics, that is cool. You're multi-dimensional, so you don't have to stick to one thing. So to see that your mentees have seen you and seen the struggles or things that you might have went through, and it's like, nah, instead of me picking up a gun or instead of me making this bad decision, I'm gonna think of what Justin said, or I'm gonna think of where he brought us, or look at me, I just went to the White House. Like how many of the people would have thought they had that type of opportunity to do? So I just want to commend that, because, and I want to commend the mentees to actually taking in what you were saying and implementing it to their lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful thing to, I grew up with them. It's a lot of things, and I'm very open and transparent. So as I learn lessons, I teach those lessons to them. As I make mistakes, I show them those things, right? And I think when I first started, I had the misconception that I needed to be here and try to get them there. Well, then I realized that it was actually easier to meet them where they are, and then we get where we want to go.
Absolutely.
And you got that buy-in. I mean, these guys, when I say we use language like, I love you, I'm proud of you, I'm here, right? Because they need to hear that from a man, right? And I love it.
I like that.
That's dope.
That
That's dope.
is.
That's really dope. Salute to you. Oh, my fault. Sorry.
Oh no, I just wanted to ask, like, if when somebody comes to you, can you run a day or maybe a week of what do they expect as soon as they come to you? Like, if somebody, once they hear this and once they see this, they like, you know what, I gotta reach out. What is it that what is it that they should expect from you, or how does the week go?
Like in the mentor
in the post, yeah.
Okay.
So typically, we have meetings once a week.
Okay.
On Thursdays. It's kind of difficult because they're in so many extracurricular activities, and then they go to school. So we typically have meetings once a week, unless we're doing a special activity. We run with the school year because my mentor taught me you need a break. So I give myself a couple months to. I don't break contact with my young men, but the formalities of the program kind of go away during the summer. But throughout the week, we communicate every morning and afternoon before and after school.
Oh, nice.
And then we have meetings, and then individually, if any one of them is dealing with anything, that we always call and talk. So as a group on Thursdays, but individually, it can be at any time. I have tutors in place that make sure that they get help with their homework. Some of them now have their first jobs. They get in their first cars. But yeah, it's a weekly meeting that we do, and then we do daily check-ins.
I like the fact that this is a real mentorship. Like, you don't just, see them after school and let them kind of go about their own business. Like, this is a check-in. You're checking with them daily. They can call you daily. They have an issue. They can reach out to you. And because I don't know if we mentioned this, but I think when we were running down the list, we mentioned things like the boys club. I remember just going to the boys club, and it's like after school, that was just it. Like no one was checking up on me, making sure my grades were good, or making sure, like just constantly like pushing or constantly like worried about me or concerned about me. So the fact that you have a checkup, it leaves them accountable.
Yes.
Like every Thursday, I got to be on this Zoom or I got to be in this building to talk about what transpired during the week.
It's a structure.
You know what I mean? The structure is amazing. Like I love this.
So you went to the boys club? Why you didn't go to the girls club?
I went to the boys and girls club.
Nah. Which one did
but
you go to?
Being from you say the boys club, but it's the boys and girls club. But I didn't get that there. Like to me, it was more just fun, just babysitter. Like how I felt. Just that was my experience. Right. I didn't really have that type of mentorship, as you say. I kind of was just like winging it because my mom was a single parent, so she was working constantly. I was involved in everything you could think of. Like I was in student council, every single thing. But like as far as like if I was depressed, if I had anxiety, because I was a professional dancer at these children's age. So like you got to make weight. You got to do the same thing in sports. You got to do that. I didn't have nobody to talk to be like, hey, I was overweight 5 pounds or whatever was going through my mind, or I need to get A's to get this, but my mom needs me to do chores and I also need to make sure I can go to the student council meeting. I didn't have anybody to go to talk about this. Pressure was overwhelming. Yeah. Like all I knew was to get straight A's. Yeah. But you're not realizing parents, now we're parents, we get it, but you're not realizing that's so much pressure for a kid. Yeah. That's so much pressure to be like, dang, if I get an 89, that's failure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it didn't push me, but it was a lot of pressure to have, Yeah, you're
right. So I got a question for you, Justin. Considering everything that you've been through, what was an outlet that you utilized or tapped into, growing up that, whenever you were stressed or, you were just going through something, did you have like any kind of outlet that you would tap into?
As a kid.
Yeah. Like anything that you did, like.
Man, me and my brother played basketball in our driveway, morning, noon, night, drove the neighbors crazy. That was our big thing. We played basketball. I mean, you think when we was kids, it was a little different. So we was outside playing football in the street, playing basketball all night. So we actually went out and ran and did those things. And that was our thing, because if the weather was decent, we wasn't allowed to stand out, get outside, right? And we weren't allowed to come back in. So that was one for us. We were some wild kids.
How much older was he then?
He's 2 years younger than me.
Oh, he's 2 years younger than you?
Yeah.
All right, and y'all from?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Dope.
Right. So, I mean, for us, we was, all the kids I grew up with, we were wild. We was in the streets, riding out. When I say in the streets, we was out playing football, basketball, riding our bikes, going to the ditch, fighting, doing what things boys did. Right. But that was pretty much what we did. A lot of things that we could have come across, we didn't, because my mom from Newark, New Jersey, right? So a lot of stuff that she seen, she made sure that we didn't fall victim to those things. So I think that's why she was so hard, right? Like, you ain't gonna be doing this. She grabbed you by your shirt, right? We had some tough love. I mean, other kids around, they still say, man, when I say your mama, boy, I'm getting all my stuff together because she ain't play. But outside of that, I mean, we had each other, whether it was wrestling, fighting through the house, basketball. That was our resource, but I mean, that basketball was our thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any music influences coming up, growing up?
So Jay-Z's my guy. Yeah. Yeah, Jay-Z's my guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's funny, because we would sneak and try to buy, whether it was a Jay-Z album or Silk the Shocker, Master P. But if she ever found the album and she saw that parental advisory, she looked you straight in your face and popped that CD in her hand.
Ooh, my mom was the same way.
Why?
And then
I wasn't able to even watch, I watched Poetic Justice when I turned 26 years old.
Yeah.
Like, none of that stuff I was able to watch.
No In Living Color?
No Living Color, nothing. Like Crooklyn, like In the Hood, Juice, the long ass word. I wasn't able to watch none of that.
A lot of catching up.
I don't know no Martin phrases. It's bad.
Damn.
No, we had to sneak the.
Gotta catch up.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of our stuff came from going to other folk how we watched.
Did you
them.
got to watch
Okay,
you
okay.
sneak
I
it?
remember in the 90s somewhere I had got a chain, a no limit chain.
Okay.
Right? And she saw it on my neck and she ripped it off and said, "It's limits in this house."
No.
So wait, is your mother still alive?
Yes.
So what's the conversation like between you and your mom with all of the accounts that you obviously lived through?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, as a man right now, it's kind of like, so why did you do that?
Oh,
Have you ever?
yeah. She of course she said, "I ain't do that to y'all." I wasn't,
Right.
I
They don't
wasn't like
never
that. I ain't-
remember nothing.
No, she remember, but
Selective man.
boy, I ain't beat y'all. I ain't, yeah, you did. But
What's your relationship like? Are y'all close or?
yes, and we're not at what we used to be because of my brother's murder, right? The grief that's overcome my mom. We're close, so let me say that part. But I think that generation, as far as going to therapy and doing things, is not quite. They're not really into that. So it really. My brother was a baby boy. That was mama's boy. So it impacted her in a way that I can't describe. But not only that, it caused her to go back into this, I got to protect this one, right? And some of those ways where we can be closer, some of it kind of pushes you away because it's a little bit too much. So we do have those conversations. I think we're turning a corner, but I've watched her go through this grief really, 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 really impacted her. But we do spend time together. We talk a lot. But I think what's different is my mom and I are very much alike. And because we're so much alike, sometimes that creates a little tension.
Yeah.
We have great days. We have great conversation. We can laugh. But there are moments where it's like, come on.
Get out of here.
Come on, man.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. We learn from each other.
Absolutely.
I think she's learned from me as I've gotten older, different perspectives. But she's still very much in that old school mentality. And some of the ways that we are now, she quite ain't with it.
Yeah.
I want to ask, besides creating this foundation, what is another way of you been healing? Like, how have you been healing?
So I go to therapy.
I love that.
So the biggest thing that has happened is I don't have children of my own, but having these kids, and kids can see straight through your BS.
Quick.
So having these young boys has forced me to grow up in a lot of ways and see truths about myself. So I can't preach to them how important it is to have a therapist and go to therapy if I'm not doing it.
Absolutely.
So that's something that's helped me out. That's a big one. But outside of that, I really have to go back to them, because as much as people pat me on the back and say, man, I think it's dope what you do for them, I don't think people have realized, watching them grow and come into their own, how much that's helped heal me. Because my mindset is I might have lost my brother, but I've gained so many other little brothers, and they give you purpose and reason and drive.
It's amazing.
So I pull from them, and that's where it is. I think about them in a lot of decisions that I make. And if I don't do something the way that I should, I try to make it right and teach them from my mistake.
I love that.
Dope.
Yeah, that's definitely dope.
What we got?
You wanna go into it? You wanna go into the music?
Let's go.
Let me.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We gonna switch it
Oh
up.
damn!
Man.
Hold up.
So we don't carry coins around here.
It's either that or we gonna rock paper scissors. This.
All right. We can.
I mean, all right. Y'all gonna rock paper scissors?
I'm down with it.
All right,
Wait, is it
cool.
a certain hand?
Oh. What the hell? Hold on.
What was that?
Wait, am I doing it right?
But what is this?
Her count is
that paper?
It's three.
Yo, you gotta
It's
see
three.
threes.
Oh, what? See, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Albany. We ain't do all that. All right.
Y'all be jumping people.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh,
that's
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I lost one.
You lost one.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
That's 2.
That's
Oh, that's it. That's it. All right.
Dang.
So look.
what you got.
All right. So look. So all right. So
Why y'all let him
Justin,
do me like
Justin won the coin toss,
He
right?
won the coin toss.
So G, I think so yo Justin, let me explain the rules, right? We got 3 topics. We're gonna throw you some questions. You on Team Justin, you on Team Jazzy. All right. At the end, the winner is going to receive a prize. Free photo shoot, a free BTS video,
Okay.
or a free session.
Okay.
Redeemable whenever you feel like.
Listen, these
So
are some good prizes, y'all.
Those are the 3 things that's on the table. All right.
Okay.
So since Justin won, he's gonna be able to choose between, I believe, 90s hip hop, 90s movies, and 90s acting. So, or actors. So,
Okay.
or actresses. So I don't know which one you want to go with. Just let us know.
Let's do 90s movies.
Oh, you're
Dang, why he? No hope. No hope.
Look, so we're gonna shoot
This
him the
is
first
crazy.
question. So, and I'm saying, obviously, he get it right, he get a point. You get it right, you get a point. He get it wrong, he lose a point. Yeah, he gonna lose a point.
That's how it's played?
Yeah, this is Music, Life, and Love. So if you get it wrong, you lose a point. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So we doing 90s movies. All right, Justin. Question number 1 is, which film won the Academy Award for the Best Picture in 1994? A, Titanic. B, The Shawshank Redemption. C, Forrest Gump. Or D, Pulp Fiction, 1994. Academy Award for Best Picture. Now, you could ask me, I could repeat
I would say
it.
Shawshank.
So that would be B.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
the answer. So the
Wait.
Wait,
Do
you
I
gotta
get to
ask me-
steal
you
it
gotta-
if it's wrong?
This ain't this. What's that
This
called?
ain't-
I don't know. Is it
It's
Jeopardy?
Family Feud. No, but he answered. But all right.
It's wrong.
It is.
Yeah, it is wrong. but look. The answer is Forrest Gump.
Right. Period.
All right, cool.
Who
So
the
G,
hell?
you. I wouldn't have never known that. So all right, 0-0 right now.
It's 0-0. All right, so hold on 1 second.
I was thinking it had to be a black answer.
In the movie, okay, who's this directed to?
He lost, so
Jazzy?
it's my
Oh, so
turn.
Jazzy.
Jazz.
All right, Jazzy, you ready?
Yes.
All right. In the movie The Truman Show
What?
in 1998, who plays the
When was it? When did this come out? Come on now.
in 1998. I know you wasn't able to watch TVs around that time, but we got you.
All right.
All right, cool. In the movie The Truman Show, 1998, right? Who plays the character Truman Burbank? Is it A, Jim Carrey, B, Tom Hanks, C, Robin Williams, or D, Bill Murray?
If you get this wrong,
I never even seen this movie. This is a bad category.
The Truman Show.
I've never seen it. I don't even never.
my
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Just the commercial, the trailer.
You got 10
Wait,
seconds.
give me
I'll
the
give you-
people
I'll run
again.
it- I'll run
Give
it
the people
down.
again.
All right.
Okay.
Who plays the character Truman Burbank? A, Jim Carrey, B, Tom Hanks, C, Robin Williams, or D, Bill Murray?
And this is a show,
This is
It's a movie.
a movie. Oh my God.
You got
I'm
10
gonna go
seconds.
with 2.
you going with two?
Two.
What the-
You mean B? You mean B?
Come right there. Come right there.
Yo, all right, I'm gonna go with B.
She lit, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on 1 second.
A, B, C, or D. 2.
I love it. Oh, I love it. All right, so do we have the ant sound?
Yeah, both
That's
1-0.
wild.
All right, next.
What was
one.
the answer?
Answer
Because y'all
is
know.
Jim Carrey.
I was gonna say that, but it seemed too obvious.
Mm.
It
All right,
seemed
well,
too obvious.
All right,
Good.
Yo, all right, Justin.
Who picked this category?
Hold on, nah, Justin, because he
He know he should have went with music.
Nah, yo, but we could jump
switch
topic.
it,
We
we
could
could
switch
switch
it. But hold on, real quick. Who played the role of Edward Scissorhands in the 1990 film directed by Tim Burton?
Yeah, but y'all do this now. He gonna get a
A,
point.
Johnny Depp. B, Leonardo DiCaprio.
This is annoying.
You just stop.
That's disrespectful for y'all to give him that easy question.
Man got 1 point.
You see what I'm ladies.
But that's what it is. Yo,
That's the
see,
question.
alright.
That was the next
Alright,
question. That's-
1 zip. Team
Alright,
Justin
so-
1.
Ask me no more.
Team Jazzy's nothing.
Oh man.
See how harsh he had to say it?
All right, cool.
All right. I'm
Alright.
stressed.
So next question, right? 90s question. Oh, are we going music? We just going
Yeah.
Ask them.
Okay.
Well, he got
we wanna
one, so
stay
he
on
can
it?
switch it.
So
He can switch it or he can keep it there. It's up to him. It's up to Justin.
We could do 90s. What you want to do?
I
Hip hop?
music.
I mean, it's hip hop.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
Like,
All right, so
you ain't
let
gonna
me
know.
scan through-
You were born in 89.
See, I'm getting flustered, y'all.
Nothing easy, right?
Nothing easy.
Nothing. See, you see, the people are really trying. They're trying for the hard questions.
Oh man.
Well, these are easy to.
All right, cool. I got it.
All right.
You ready?
I guess.
You got to get a point.
Stressed.
You got to get a point.
All right.
I'm
Come
rooting for
on.
you.
Well, then you better give me a good question.
I win for anybody who wins. Which hip hop group released the socially conscious album Resurrection in 1994? A. Common Sense. B. Public Enemy. C. A Tribe Called Quest. Or D. Jurassic 5.
And what was the name?
The name was Resurrection.
You don't know the name.
In 1994, Resurrection, the album Resurrection.
I'm gonna go with B.
You just did that. They said when you.
1994, I was 3. Like what?
He said I was great.
She
All
like,
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
got 0.
Right. Yeah. All right.
We only
cool.
got a certain amount of questions left.
All right, cool.
Okay.
We sticking to the.
Wait, what are the topics again?
Y'all could go to black actors.
Okay, let's do that.
You want to do?
Let's go black
come on,
actors.
She got the upper hand. Nah.
No, we don't know. Now, don't be judging me because I'm an actress.
You said black
On the bottom,
actors?
the last
The
one.
last one.
Yeah,
Okay.
the last one.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't
All
like
right.
this one, but
I feel like they picking these extra hard ones,
yeah.
and it's
These-
disrespectful.
These are tough.
Actually, yeah, but that's.
These ones are tough.
Here's the thing. This one is an easy one, right? Which actor, African American actor, won the Academy Award for Best Actor in his role film Training Day?
Oh,
you just answered-
Denzel. No, it was different.
Well,
it was different.
well-
Denzel.
Oh, she got one.
She got
Nah,
one.
he,
I
no,
didn't
he
even.
threw
I
you
didn't
a
even.
pass. So now I gotta throw you a pass. Hold up,
All right.
hold up.
I didn't even tell
Help
you the
us
choices
out.
or anything
Well,
like
we
that. You-
training day.
He already.
And we ain't got many of them awards.
I could. I should have been like Snoop Dogg.
So now I'm gonna throw this one and you throw an easy one.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Justin, like I'm gonna see if you catch this one. All right, cool. Who starred as O.J. Simpson in the critically acclaimed TV series The People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story in 2016, which is clearly like not 90s, but is it A. Samuel Jackson, B.
Hell no.
Cuba Gooding Jr.,
Yeah.
C. Mahershala Ali, D. Don Cheadle.
It was,
Now, I'm not gonna lie.
damn, because it was crazy. Because they had so many different
They
OJ
did.
systems.
They did.
Because they had the people versus
And why would
OJ.
they give you 2016?
I'm trying to think. The people versus OJ. I want to say that was Cuba Gooding Jr. Right?
Well, you better
He was
go
on the
with
people
what
versus
you better
OJ.
go with what you better
Final
go with.
answer, Samuel Jackson.
Hell no.
All right, that's out.
He said definitely.
Mahershala Ali,
Okay,
No,
that
that
ain't
Don
it.
Cheadle.
It had to be Cuba Gooding Jr. It couldn't have been. It got to be Cuba Gooding Jr.
All right, there.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. There we
Yeah.
go. There
Okay,
we go.
okay.
He got one.
Yeah.
So it's 1-1.
So it's 1-1. All right.
Okay, all right.
Y'all
Back
stick,
in the running.
Yeah.
y'all sticking to you know what I'm saying, African American actors, or what are we doing?
I think
Let's flip it a little
like
y'all
it?
going back to
I like it.
music?
All right, we like it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who portrayed the character Lucius Lyon, the head of a music and entertainment?
Terrence Howard.
All right. Final answer.
Final
All
answer.
right, cool. That's 2-1.
Yeah. What we going to?
All right.
Your turn.
You wanna stick to
You wanna
this, or you
stick
wanna
to
go
it,
back
we
to
moving.
music?
Let's get it.
All right.
All right, he want to stick to this.
You want to stick to this? All right, cool. Who played the lead role in the film 12 Years a Slave, which won the Academy Award for Best?
Oh, you know
I know
this.
his face. I don't know his name.
All right, he gonna give you the
I'm
people.
gonna do process of elimination.
There we go.
Okay, let me go back to it. Okay, who played the lead role in the film 12 Years a Slave, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture? A. Forrest Whitaker. Whoa, I can't even say this name.
Probably that one.
Chiwetel.
Yeah, that's him. That one.
That one right
Him.
there.
Yeah, that's him.
David. Oh my God.
Well, no. Wait a minute.
Another crazy one.
Another crazy
I
one.
know his name is
Mahershala
like
Ali.
that. Yeah.
And you said B, right?
I think it's that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's tied.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I knew I couldn't
chopped
say his
it.
name.
Okay. All right, so this for the
I really
tiebreaker.
apologize.
Well, how does the tiebreaker go?
Whoever gets it right, but then if you get it right, then he has to get a chance to,
To get okay.
right or wrong. It's like sudden death.
But if he gets right again, we tied
we
again.
still going.
Oh
we still
shoot,
going.
this is out of control.
Okay.
Do you want to stick to? Wait, Justin, do you want to stick to this, or you want to go back to music, or you want to go back to acting? I mean, as far as movies, 'cause right now we in acting.
I can stay here.
I bet.
Okay.
All right, cool.
That's how I feel.
Which actress starred alongside Eddie Murphy in the comedy film Coming to America? A. Halle Berry. B. Angela Bassett. C. Robin Givens. D. Sherry Headley.
And this is Coming to America.
That's his question.
Oh my
No,
bad.
yeah,
I'm about
but
to
you
answer.
making sure-
My bad.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry.
chill.
I'm sorry.
Relax.
D.
'Cause this is a tough one. I didn't even know this one.
D.
Ooh, it's tied. Yo, I didn't even know that one, and I watched it.
Yeah.
You said I
my,
watched
That's
it.
my stepsister's homegirl.
Oh, well, that's shout out to stepsister.
Sherry Headley.
Yeah.
All
Hey.
right.
The
What you got?
McDowell.
What you got? I'm gonna
Okay.
get my question ready for her.
Oh, this is
No,
for her,
you,
yeah.
yo, you got your team Jack. I bet.
Which actor portrayed Jackie
didn't
Robinson
see
in the
this.
film 42? Is it A. Chadwick Boseman, B. Michael B. Jordan, C. Anthony Mackie, or D. John Cheadle?
I didn't see this, but I'm gonna go with A.
Oh, I'm about to say.
A was Chadwick Boseman.
Cause all the rest didn't look good.
Okay.
All right, cool. Who is known for his role as Mace Windu in Star Wars prequel?
I'm glad that's
trilogy?
your question.
You know what's crazy? I'm supposed to be on his team, so that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Whoever's asking the questions, that's the teammate.
But,
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna evolve that.
okay.
My bad.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. We're gonna
Evolving.
Do that. All right, bet. I'm Team Justin. You Team Jazzy.
Okay.
All right.
Let's ride out.
Who is known for the role as Mace Windu in the Star Wars prequel trilogy? A. Morgan Freeman. B. Lawrence Fishburne. C. Samuel L. Jackson. D. Don Cheadle. Is on
C.
correct. 'Cause I'm about to say there's only one person who played in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So it's tied. It's 3-3. What you got to help your teammate?
All right, cool. All right, here we go. Who won the Academy
Wrong.
Award for Best Supporting Actor in his role in the film?
Not wrong. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Okay, it's a guy supporting Academy. All right.
For Best Actor in his role in the film Moonlight. A. Mahershala Ali. B. Idris Elba. C. Denzel Washington. Or D. Forrest Whitaker.
You can't do no looks. You can't do
No,
that.
I'm not
This is
looking.
space.
Moonlight.
We playing spook.
10 seconds.
Yeah, word. I'm counting. 10,
A.
9. Ding, 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 ding. All right, cool.
Let's
so
go.
this is my partner. All right. Who starred as a
We got it.
superhero
Yeah.
Blade in the film trilogy released in the late 90s and early 2000s? Wesley Snipes.
Hey.
Idris.
Oh, shit.
That's correct. That's correct.
Because that's my team.
That's correct. Ding, 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 ding,
I bet.
ding.
No, that's it.
How's that it?
That's it. Oh, are we still going?
He got it. She got
Okay,
it.
okay.
All right. So somebody got to get it wrong and somebody got to get it right, and then it's over.
Oh, we sticking to this topic, or you want to switch to another topic?
What
He's
do you
up
think?
for. He's up.
It's up to you. What you
I feel like I
Question on
want to
that.
switch, but I feel like it's so getting crazy in that music category. I don't know.
Okay.
Alright.
So like I'm gonna stay.
You want to stay in this
All
one?
Yeah.
All right. Which actress, known for her role in How to Get Away with Murder, became the first African...
Annalise Keys. I mean, hold on. Viola Davis.
I know.
Viola Davis.
I know we teammates, but I
said
can't.
Annalise Keys.
But that's her character in Viola Davis.
I bet.
A. Regina King. B. Viola Davis. C. Angela Bassett. D.
We already go. Viola Davis. We already go.
All right, look, real quick.
That's what I'm talking about.
Which actress starred in the film Hidden Figures in 2016, which tells the story of an African-American woman,
Now, why you get back history for this shit and we ain't get no back history for no other movie?
mathematicians working at NASA during the space race?
Okay.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Taraji P. Henson.
Done.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I knew that. That was a good
did?
one. Yeah. Yeah. Hidden Figures, that's an excellent movie.
I live under a rock.
No, you've been knowing some things. All right, let's see. Come on, G.
All right. In the TV series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who played the
And
role
what?
of...
No, go ahead.
Who played the role of Uncle Phil? A. James Avery. B. Will Smith. C. Alfonso... What?
Ribeiro.
Yeah. Thank you. and D. Jeffrey Towns.
One. A.
One.
All right, cool. So it's 5-5
Avery.
or 6-6?
It's
5-6.
It's
No, we're tied. We're still. Well, if
No,
he gets
you
this
got
one,
6.
yeah,
You got 6. You got 5.
yeah, he
All
gotta
right,
get it.
cool.
Listen, I got faith. You got
Yeah.
that.
Look,
See?
in the
See
film The Help in 2011, who played the character Aibileen Clark, a maid who shares her experiences? Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, or D. Halle Berry?
Damn.
The name of the film is, damn, I should have asked you that.
Damn, ain't both
The
of them in
Help
there?
in 2011. I messed up. He's my teammate. I'm supposed to help
that.
him.
All right,
But
he
damn.
knows the movie and he knows the people.
But
Moving forward.
I know B and C both in the movie. Oh. But I'm B and C both in the movie. Trying to think.
But
Yeah.
Who was
who
the
played
maid?
the character
It kind of-
Aibileen Clark, a maid who
They-
shares her experiences?
It's got to be. I think C was a supporting actress.
C was Octavia Spencer.
So, yeah, she made the shit pie. It got to be B. Viola Davis.
And that's your final answer?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was
In West Philadelphia, born and raised in the playground.
Yeah, Team Jazzy won, ladies and gentlemen.
Dang.
Team Jazzy won the music life.
pretty, you was smart.
But Octavia, she was the maid. She was
They
with,
both was maids, wasn't they?
but she was the one with the baby, and
Yeah.
she was the one that won the. It was big.
She shared her-
that was her first, not first she been in stuff, but that was her like. This is where we accepted her in this one. Yeah.
So look, Justin, we appreciate you. I think this is the first time that we introduced a Music Life and Love trivia game.
Yeah.
This was dope.
This was really fun. So Jazzy,
Great job, y'all. For
he's
real,
not a
man.
loser, you know what I'm
Great
saying?
job.
So
Yeah.
I know you got
Great
some
job.
stuff that you want to go ahead and make him feel better with, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, we want to give you this in our appreciation
Hey, okay.
of you coming on the show for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, we know it's somebody's birthday.
Oh,
We
shoot.
don't want to leave you
Oh,
empty-handed,
shoot.
y'all.
I'm
We
talking about.
definitely,
That's
we definitely want to let you know that you're appreciated. If I could get the light. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay.
So you make your wish.
Let's see.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Man, we really appreciate you coming out here. I know this has been like a month in the making,
Yeah.
and
When you talking about love?
and also
We gotta talk about love.
Gillionaire. I think
Yes.
you have something.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, definitely. I wanted to present to you. Oh, excuse me. Present to you one of our shirts that we actually do. We actually donate to cancer organizations, and there's a phrase that we both came up with, and it's called.
I didn't come up with that.
Well,
You came up with that.
I wish I could give cancer, and
I support
once anybody
that.
Purchase it. We have a website as well too, but we would definitely want.
Yeah. I'll support that and share that.
Absolutely.
I got
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I lost a few family members, and I have a couple friends that's breast cancer survivors, and I have one that's actually going through it right now. And so I can support that for sure.
Appreciate that.
And definitely, y'all, we did music, we did life, but we didn't touch on the love. So
I'm out of
You know, I definitely, I definitely got to look out for the ladies, and I'll definitely want to ask you, what even made you decide to go on a reality show to look for love, when it looks like, if I'm watching, you got all of the assets that ladies are looking for?
So believe it or not, I tried my hand in dating for a while and was unsuccessful. The opportunity came about a few years ago. They said you might be good for a contestant like this, and I thought about it. I said, let's do it. I mean, I done tried everything else, so I jumped in and did it, and it was a great experience. Yeah.
I want to ask for the ladies, like, a lot of my friends, whether they're in the industry or they're not in the industry, it's very difficult dating. So how can us ladies look out for the signs for a man that is truly ready to be in a committed relationship?
Look for well, it's easy. A man that wants you is gonna come get you. He's gonna be consistent. He's gonna follow up and follow through on the things that he says. He's gonna follow up with his actions. I can say for me, when I was on the show, I know for a man, it doesn't take us long for us to know. We know that, hey, either we want you in this category or we actually want to pursue you. And but I think the biggest thing is that communication piece. A lot of times I think people will know that it's a dead end street and see potential and then try to bring that potential to life when it's nothing there. You know, you want this person, so you're trying to force that square into a round hole. If he truly wants you, he's gonna come get you. And if that's not what's happening, back off. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you being on the show and love in general being sped up, because how many months did you guys film?
Just over 2.
So are you a firm believer that you can find love in that amount of time?
Absolutely. I probably wasn't prior.
Okay.
But I can say that the energy that existed between she and I was instant. It literally was, once we met, and the energy, you couldn't deny it. And I think when you are in the right headspace, in the right place, and at the right time, everything can work how it's supposed to. I think, yeah, so for me, I never thought that it could happen that fast. But once we connected, I was like, damn, like I can't deny this chemistry and this connection. Yeah.
Right. So not only did you win the show, like you proposed
Yeah.
on the show, which wasn't a part of the show. How did you know, like, in yourself, like, listen, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to, my forever person.
I think me getting ready for that was prior to the show. A lot of the things that we talked about earlier, the things I've gone through in life, the things that helped me grow up, these boys, you know, becoming the man that I was supposed to become. And so now it was finding the piece of that puzzle that completes you. And so, again, the energy was undeniable. The sense of humor, the time spent, the laughter, our chemistry I just knew, like when we were on that set, we were literally inseparable.
Okay.
And it wasn't a hard decision to do that. I had to make sure, you know, so before I did it, I sat back and asked myself, you know, is this somebody that you can see yourself with down the road? And when I was able to answer yes, I was like, man, let's do it. Let's make this happen.
Do you have any regrets for being on the show?
No. I could say, man, you know, everybody gave me hell for one of the questions that I answered, but no, it helped me get out of my old ways. It helped me open my eyes. I learned a lot. I would say before I used to be really held back and kind of not willing to be vulnerable.
Okay.
And now that I was vulnerable, not only to her, but my vulnerability was shown to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that is something that I appreciate, and no regrets.
I do want to say, as watching the show, I do see your growth and vulnerability. When you first came on, it was like you knew your connection with her was 100% instant, but you weren't giving as much. You weren't letting us see your heart as much. And then as the show started progressing and more episodes started coming, you were kind of like, wait, like, what's happening behind the scenes? Like, you could feel that energy. It was just so connected, especially at the end of the last episode when it was like she basically came to you and was like, yo, help me, like, calm me down, like, let me know, like, this is me and you.
Yeah.
And you were able to say words that I didn't expect you to say. You know what I mean? Because I knew that something else must have been happening, or the connection was deeper than what we were seeing.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the shout out to y'all, Black women. You when you in a safe space, it's easy to become vulnerable and let your guard down, let your hair down, if you will. And then at the beginning, it was something new for me because I'm a private person naturally, And so on that first date, I'm sitting here. There's a camera right here, a camera right here, a camera right here, and I'm like, you want me to do what? But then after a while, you forget about the cameras and where you might have nerves and I got nerves, but we leaning on each other, we got energy. Eventually, you forget about all this,
Right.
and you just focused on each other. And what you saw in that that proposal, that literally was just
All you?
yeah, straight up like whatever I was thinking I was gonna do. Hey, to throw it all out. You came, you talked to me. Let's go. And you damn sure ain't finna go home with him.
Right. I want to know, like, what, like, that experience with you basically competing with other men for one woman, because now we might be doing that in real life, but we don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So for you to see the other person that you're competing against for the love of your life, as you will, how was that experience? Like, were you guys being able to be friends? Were you having some rivalry?
A lot of us, we were cool. I didn't think of it as a rivalry because my attention was on her.
Right.
And so I felt like whether it was Chris, Isaac, whoever, it didn't benefit me to pay attention to what the hell they was doing.
Right.
Right? My job was to be the best version of me for her and then respect her right to make a choice.
Right.
Right? And if she didn't want me, then so be it. She wants him. And that's the way I played it. I didn't think about a competition. I wasn't, if he brought and made a gesture, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to continue to operate as I know how. And so that's the way I played it. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So where do you stand today?
She and I are not together. I'm single. It's been a while since we've actually spoke to each other. So I know, it's been quite a while since we've even spoken to each other at all. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like healed in that? Like, do you feel still whole? Do you still feel like you're open to love and,
Oh, hell
you're
yeah.
grateful for this experience?
Yeah. So the experience is actually something that I probably held back a little bit. I wasn't willing to let my guard down, let my walls down, and actually give love the energy that I should give it.
Right.
So this experience, jumping out there, sometimes you're nervous, you got all these anxieties, man, if I get out there, this will happen. I ain't really trying to do that. Now experiencing that actually makes me more willing to go out here and try it again.
Absolutely.
There's no hard feelings from me to her. It is what it is. So you never know. But no, I'm glad I did it.
You all out for it now.
Yeah.
For sure. It's like something you probably didn't think was possible.
Right.
And now you got a taste of it.
Right.
And it's like, man, you know what? I appreciate you. You were in my life for a reason.
Yeah.
I learned what I learned. I grew through this. And now I'm actually really ready to bring about what's for me.
That's the
Well,
signal. We got the
ladies,
signal. We
yeah.
got the
Uh-oh.
signal right there. Like,
Well, we appreciate you so much for coming on the show. And ladies, like you heard him, he said he is single, but don't come with no nonsense because he ain't going to tolerate it. But could you let everybody know, like, one, where they can follow you, and two, if they want to contribute to your foundation, where they can donate?
All right, so right now we're doing our annual toy drive Christmas giveaway. So you can go on Jarrod, Jarrod, M Lockett, Lockett, Foundation.org. You can donate. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, is all Life and Times JL. And if you look in any of those bios, you can see either the link to our website or our GoFundMe. So that way we can bring Christmas to a lot of kids that may not have it.
Absolutely, guys. And you know you can follow me everywhere at JASZY, Mango like your favorite fruit. Thank you for tuning in.
yeah, that's so dope. So, once again, Music, Life, and Love. We brought Mr. Justin Lockett out here. We got Jaszy Mango in the building. We got Gillionaire. I do wanna ask, Gillionaire, like, do you have it? You know, I'm gonna go around the room. Does anybody have anything to say? But I'm gonna start with Gillionaire.
Well, for me, I haven't said this in a while, but you know what I mean, being the fact that we've interviewed you, and it kind of brought me back to what I usually say, which is life is about what do you know and who do you teach.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
All right, I'll say
I
it
never asked
again.
you that.
What do you know and who do you teach? What did you learn and who did you teach? To me, that means like every teacher was a student, and every student will become a teacher.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
That's
saying?
dope. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like a father teaches a son, and the son becomes a father, and he teaches his son. So it's just a cycle. So like, it's just a cycle. Really.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I like that for sure.
So like I said, once again, life is about what did you learn and who did you teach.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well,
Justin, if you got
well,
any-
first, let me say thank y'all. All right, for
Absolutely.
bringing me all the way up here to share my story and actually seeing value in that story.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. And then to follow your lead, one of the quotes that sticks out to me is what they see is what they'll be. And I think a lot of us, if we thought about that and the decisions that we make, how we portray ourselves, if we think about younger people or people in the community, and our example is what they see is what they'll be. It's not so much what you say, but how you carry yourself. If you think about that, I think we could all make this place a little bit better for all of us.
I love that. I love that.
you got Jaszy.
I'm actually going to take a quote from your website that really touched me. He said in the website that a legacy is not something you leave, but it's something that you leave within someone.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very amazing, and it touches me. And I hope that you continue to travel the world. I hope you get so much funding and so much sponsorship that you can be national. And I'm going to leave that with you. Your
Well,
quote
thank
to
you.
me.
Thank you.
All right. Once again, Music, Life, and Love. I bring people here so that way they could share their experiences and they could speak their truth. And we out.
We out.
Cool.